is almost as equivalent to the Democrats voting for Donald Trump to be their leader. Yes.
Nigel.cecil, calling things out.
Hello, Chakabatis. Welcome. Thank you to our regular viewers for joining me, moi, Nigel.cecil, and my very good friend Hilary, as together we endeavour to present on your behalf, our fair-minded and equitable friends, your comments, views, observations and questions. Now, there are only the two of us, so whilst we endeavour to check all our facts, we can't always get everything right. We may misshow or misspeak. So if you spot anything, please get in touch with this email address and let us know, and we'll endeavour to correct the information as soon as possible, especially by putting it in the video notes. With that disclaimer to one side, because we have to do that, because this particular time we're actually saying something on behalf of those of our viewers who are members of Equity. Equity, the trade union for professional actors, variety entertainers and other creatives across the United Kingdom. You are asking us, how do we campaign safely within Equity? Campaign safely. You know, it's not what you do, it's the way that you do it. It's not what you say, it's the way that you say it. Give love to everyone. Give love, yes. Easier said than done. But you see, if you campaign with a belief in your heart and always try to see the best in others, then you should be safe. But you are saying, Nigel, with the cancel culture that pervades, well, all sorts of things in life nowadays, how may we be safe? We've looked at this, haven't we, Hilary? And it's true to say now that Equity is driven by an ideology that's got one particular hymn book. And those that sing from that hymn book, if you come along with another really raucous, enthusiastic, credible song from another hymn book, maybe they'll say, well, we don't like your hymns. It's not really, well, in the best interests of Equity. Having that hymn sung, it's detrimental to the interests of the union. And also, well, it's not behaving reasonably, giving voice to that song. Come on, now some will say, Nigel, you're talking nonsense now. Well, just think of the University of Sussex. The Office for Students brought a case against them about free speech, how they were shutting down some aspects of free speech. 585,000 fine. So it's made them think. Is that because, well, quite reasonably, some believed it was okay to sing from one particular hymn book and saying to others who believed they should sing from another particular hymn book, stop singing from that one? Where is the line drawn? Who decides? Office for Students. Years ago, there was an office for the rights of trade union members. That's gone. So if you're a trade union member and you want to sing a different song, quite reasonably, who will decide within the union whether you are able to sing that song or not? Equity's rules, when you look at the information, it says check out rule D14. And that's got these phrases in. If you do something that's detrimental to the interests of the union. Come on, let's be technical. D14.3. D14.4, behave reasonably to everyone else. Well, what's detrimental? What's reasonable? So this is where we say, come on, if you want to campaign, just put a little love in your heart. And you should be all right. And if everyone can see you're putting love in your heart, then you definitely should be all right. The thing is, though, no negative campaigning. Negative campaigning, well, realistically, mudslinging. If you call someone out and say, well, I don't like them, I don't like what they're doing, they're not telling the truth, they are No, 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 no. Mudslinging is where you're making, well, the character of the person more important than the issue. So if you say something which gets people talking about, oh, did they actually do that? They shouldn't have done that. Did they fiddle their expenses? Not that anyone asked them, we're just giving these as an example. Well, that's mudslinging. And mudslinging definitely isn't allowed. Focus on the topics. You see, a manifesto. Some will say, well, they had a manifesto and they didn't stick to what they said in the manifesto. Now, first of all, there's another line of inquiry here. Why has a trade union or anyone like that got a manifesto? Normally, pledges like that belong to a political party. That's why, when it comes to Sir Keir Starmer, people are saying, well, they've broke their manifesto pledges. No, they are just that. At that moment in time, we say we are going to do this. But of course, when we get into office and there's a 20 million billion budget deficit, well, of course, we can't do it. That's why you can't sue politicians. So when a trade union comes out with a manifesto, are those involved really politicians making sure that you can't actually say anything about it? Just think about that one. But there we are. Put a little love in your heart. It's not what you do, it's the way that you do it. It's not what you say, it's the way that you say it. Good luck to Ricky Ash, who really, as the unexpected candidate, has got a giant of a mountain, an Everest to climb, because there'll be those that will be saying, because you're starting your campaign now, and Equity chose their candidate years ago, Paul W. Fleming, the current incumbent General Secretary, seeking re-election. Well, they knew last June they were going to nominate them. So all their activists know exactly what's been going on for months and months and months. So the candidate Ricky Ash, they really do need a campaign that's going to break out, trend in the media, because realistically, yes, you said this to moi, Hillary, the chances, unless something absolutely miraculous happens, no matter what campaign you do, there's got to be a miracle, because Ricky Ash being elected as the Equity General Secretary is almost as equivalent to the Democrats voting for Donald Trump to be their leader. Yes, I've mentioned that name. So on this, we'll finish this video. Remember, it's not what you do, it's the way that you do it. It's not what you say, it's the way that you say it. To each and every one of you, good art, good work, and in showbiz, keep your fingers crossed. Professional solidarity to each and every one of you. Good luck with your campaigns.